I wake up in the morning today and I don't realize it's already past 15 minutes the time I generally get up. The reason? It's dark outside and I don't believe my eyes that it's cloudy. I cross-check once again whether it is, and I come running to my living room and ask my mom, "Is it raining?" She said, "Yeah, I guess." I went outside and it was all stormy and the dark clouds have enveloped the skies and the wind is blowing and little showers have already started. It was so refreshing, at least in the mid of the time when summers have already started showing its crude form much earlier than usual, and I can say that this climate shift is almost up to 1 month. It came earlier. I hate summers. I love winters. But it's been a rare guest to us and it's staying for shorter than usual. Every year it's getting shrunk. Anyways, I started from my job and started playing the Udemy course on Bluetooth speakers in my car. After 5 minutes or so, I think this is more one-sided conversation, and if I want to develop that instinct of saying interesting things randomly, I should practice it, because that's what I've been aspiring all this time. It had started in 2014 when I first listened to the BBC's podcast, and to my liking was Greg James and Nick Grimshaw. I loved them. There's so much energy, voice variations and freshness, ingrained with so much content, excitement, and I could see so much vigor that was going on between those radio show hosts as well as the guest, and all it was very much exciting even for the audience. The way the questions were framed and the jokes were cracked, and I believe it cannot entirely be scripted. It very much depended upon the skill of the person hosting the show, and it was the radio show host, and they were one of the best show hosts that BBC can afford, because one of the best shows with the maximum viewers, listeners, are kept on Radio 1, and that too the prime slot is reserved for the topmost show host. Now the Nick Grimshaw has stepped down and Greg James has taken into his shoes. Things have changed and Nick Grimshaw is doing another course. But that's what prompted me to get inspired to start with my podcast. I didn't have the idea. I thought of coming up with the recent ongoings and maybe talk about them, but it didn't work out. I also bought a condenser mic and everything that I could do. There was one more software, I think Audible, I'm not sure. The synthesizing the voice, cutting out the extra noise, and putting that audio file. I even passed up with one of my juniors to start working a script and maybe start releasing podcast. It didn't work out that time. Why? Because I never practiced into that direction. I was never so much into peace of the mind that I could freely work upon this skill now. It has started, so why not let it be instantaneous, so that what I'm seeing is describing what I'm feeling. So I just pushed on that pause button and started my experience, how I'm feeling, how I'm so much excited to be driving in such a wonderful weather where the rain is not that much, the breeze is so fresh, and there's all around greenery, and there's not much traffic, and I'm going at a smooth pace. I'm not late to the office, and what have been my other experiences with such kind of rain, and what kind of people are riding by next to me, and where I'm passing by currently, which car is that, and lot many things. The events just kept happening, and I was describing, and I think for the entire period of time, it takes me around 25 minutes to start from my home until it ends, until my end the office trip. At around 25 minutes later, I kept speaking, and I think I didn't do that bad, because somewhere it has to start. And it could be one of the most uh, startling moments, the time when something gets instincted and you're pushed on to do something which you earlier just had imagined. That felt great, and such kind of situation must be generated even to the full extent and even more than just once, so that I can get comfortable with these kind of impromptu session where I'm supposed to say those things. And uh, the first challenge is to keep saying those things in a flow, then come out with the ideas. You say something interesting, and then interesting also filled with essence of humor. So there are a lot many things, but nothing is going to work out if it's not practiced, because it takes a lot. And let it give time, and the time to ripen, you will come out much more polished and better. People start listening to you. And first build up your niche, then start your podcast, and let's see how it goes. Can it go wrong? And even if it goes wrong, you have a lesson. So let's start and never give up. So that's all from my side today, where I think I did an impromptu podcast where I could record my everyday thoughts that is crossing by while I'm driving, and using this time rather on a random call to develop myself. Develop, grow, learn, challenge. There you go. That's all from my side today. Bye.